Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome to Static Screen Episode 8. That's right, we are back after a couple weeks delay. We're here to talk about some really nerdy movie news, talk about some stuff that we've been watching. In our topic of the week this week, we're going to go over the movies of August, and we're probably going to go off the rails as we always do and ramble on about something or another. And joining me this week, he's back with me once again. He's here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm pretty sure he's all out of bubblegum. It's ECW James.
Ni hao.
How's it going, man?
It's been a really stressful few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll get into that later.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for having me back. How the hell are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Fucking love that thing. Yeah,
all right.
You gotta add the all right. Oh man. I guess before we get started with the usual stuff, something we can talk about right off the beginning of the show here. Both of us, massive wrestling fans. To those who may have watched Glitched Out yesterday, you may have saw a little bit of a tribute that I put at the beginning of that show. But last weekend, by the time this show goes up, we lost another legend in the business. We lost Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah, and I remember you were the one that told me about it,
Mm-hmm.
and it literally just ruined my day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sucked the joy right out of the day for me as well.
And it was even worse because, number one, it was literally out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And plus the fact, just not that long ago, he beat cancer.
Yeah.
And he really wasn't that old. He was only 61 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was young, really. But yeah, just awful news. I do recommend that people go watch the tribute video that the WWE did for him. Beautifully crafted. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. It was weird when I watched it. I felt sad,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't help but smile.
Yeah. Well, that was Roddy for you. Anytime, like, good or bad, he always made you smile because he was so goddamn entertaining.
He was. And when I was a kid, he was the heel in WWF. He was the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was even the lead of the heel faction in the Rockin' Wrestling cartoon.
Yeah.
It was him, Iron Sheik, and Nikolai Volkov
Mm-hmm.
versus everybody else on the roster. But it was, he was such a huge person in so many people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And people that he'd met and people that he didn't meet.
Yep.
I mean, hell, even beyond wrestling, as an actor, nobody had anything bad to say about him.
No. And his classic role in They Live, which, well, the line I said earlier when I introduced you.
Yeah.
He coined that phrase.
He did. Plus, that fight scene between him and, I'm forgetting the other actor.
Fuck. Yeah, I can't remember either, but...
But people reference that fight scene all the time, and it's considered to be the best choreographed / brutal fight scene in Hollywood history.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy when you think about it, because there's nothing all that spectacular about the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally an alleyway brawl.
Yep.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just...
And it was amazing, like, the night the news came out, just watching Twitter, of course you got, like, everybody that's involved with wrestling tweeted out, but there were people, like, caught me off guard from left field that were commenting about Roddy Piper. It's like, who I've never seen, like, tweet about wrestling ever start tweeting this out. It's like, wow, like, holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, of course, one of the biggest names on that list would be Ronda Rousey, who apparently her and Roddy were pretty damn close. You know, to the point that he wanted to give her the mantle, you know, Rowdy Ronda Rousey. You know, and for a wrestler to give, you know, a name, his name, to someone else, that's saying something. You know, it's that just shows you how big of a caring, teaching person he was. There's a video, I'll try to find it for you after the show, but it is about 2 years back, a little know-nothing wrestling organization back in the east of the United States. This kid's backstage trying to cut a promo, and it's horrible. You know, this is like Botchamania worthy bad.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, Rowdy Piper shows up and starts giving him tips. You know, it's like, you know, look at the camera. How old are you? 21. Blah, 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 21. You know, he's just being himself, and he's helping this kid so far. And, you know, he's like, you know, motherfuckers, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And at one point, halfway through it, it's like, the kid's like, he's like, big smile on his face. He's like, Roddy, I'm Face. I'm the good guy. And Roddy's like, oh, shit, motherfucker. Okay, forget all that. This is what you need to say. You know, push the factor. You know, hey, I'm so-so, I'm 21. This is what I'm going to do. I'll do anything. I'll go, I'll shovel your grandmother's driveway. I'll do this, that, and yeah. And, I mean, it was literally, he didn't have to, but he took the time to help this kid.
Yeah.
And that says so much about a man. I mean, his legacy. But, you know, it goes back to what I said. I was sad, but thinking about him makes me smile, you know?
Yeah. Yep. One of the stories that I read, Kyle Edwards of the WWE, formerly some people might know him as Arda Okel from here in Canada on The Score. He wrote a beautiful piece talking about Roddy and how he first interviewed Roddy. He actually asked him, like, how long did they have for the interview, and Roddy turned back to him and just said, how long do you want to go for? And Kyle said he started talking with him and how, like, his dream was to someday get into the WWE and everything. And he ended off his written work there saying that the last time he saw Roddy was this past WrestleMania, and the first thing Roddy did was go up to him, hug him, and tell him that he made it. And before he left, he proceeded to ruffle up his hair, untie his tie, and walk away.
That sounds about right.
Like a villain to the very end.
There was a story I read from Ric Flair's book, To Beat a Man, where he was doing a title defense in some South American country. It was a little island country. I want to say, you know, around Colombia, you know, down there where there's a lot of military dictators. And when he was NWA World Champion, he would travel around the world defending his title. And so they had a match set up, but the country was so fanatic about wrestling that Flair didn't feel safe. Like, he actually thought he was going to get shot by the security guards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he calls up someone that is like, hey, I need a friend. I need someone that will watch my back. I'll call Piper. So he calls up Rowdy Piper. They fly down there, and they're trying to think of a way, it's like, because, you know, he can't lose the title. He can't drop the belt down there. So they're like, okay, we'll do this thing. And, you know, Piper will pull the guy's leg, and while the guy turns and, you know, yells at him, I'll roll him up 1, 2, 3, we get the fuck out. So Piper's down there. Crowd is insane to the point where their National Guard, their military force, has to form a barrier around the ring, and they are fully armed.
Oh, Jesus.
So the match is going on. They get to the spot. Piper moves to the ring, so he grabbed the dude's ankle.
Mm-hmm.
3 steps in, he's looking down the barrel of a gun. Flair immediately grabs the guy, pulls him on top of him, looks at the ref, fucking count! 1, 2, 3, Flair loses, him and Piper get the fuck out. And it's like, yeah, I made like, what was it, like $50,000 for that match, and I think Piper got a spittoon full of cocaine. And Flair says, in retrospect, I think Piper got the better deal. Oh man, I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of stories. Yeah. Like my trainer, Big Ugly JD Bishop, he was wrestling up in Oregon, and Oregon actually has a huge wrestling revival, which is kind of hosted by Rowdy Piper. Mm-hmm. So he got to work with him a lot.
Okay.
And so he was like, yeah, that man has helped me so much. I had so much respect for him. And it's like, no one knew he wasn't feeling well. No one, just, it's heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
But, at the same time, like I said, it's sad that he's gone, but I can't help but smile.
Yeah. Yeah. And one last thing, I guess, before we can go into our first official segment. Without him, we wouldn't get any of the I'm not a big fan of The Miz, but what he did Monday night was really, really good of him as well. Where he admitted, as he began his Miz TV segment, without Piper's Pit, we wouldn't have had any Miz TV. There wouldn't have been no Cutting Edge, Peep Show, Barbershop. He was the inventor of the quote-unquote talk show segment that we get in wrestling these days. Yeah.
And, it's just, he was so innovative. Mm-hmm. It was, if I remember correctly, it was his idea to have Mr. T at that WrestleMania.
I do believe so, yeah.
Because they were trying to combine Hollywood and wrestling, and so they were like, hey, why don't we get this Mr. T guy? We can do a boxing match. Mm-hmm. And everybody's fucking blowing me up. Hold on, I'm getting a message from Jacob. I'm doing creepypasta videos for. Sorry about this, folks.
Okay, well, I guess we can move into our very first segment of the show, and that is our been watching segment. So, it's been a while. I know I've watched a ton of stuff. James, have you watched anything since we last chatted?
No, just one show, True Detective. Mm-hmm. One more episode left. Oh. One more.
So, do you think it's going to be a good season finale?
Yes, it is lining up to be a very good season finale. The past 2 episodes, the intensity has just gone up. There was just last week, there was the scene with Colin Farrell and fucking I Need Sleep guy. What's the actor? God, I am shit today. I am sorry, folks. Vince Vaughn.
Okay.
Where they're just sitting there talking at a table, but you see what's going on underneath the table. They both have their guns out, drawn, trained on each other. It is one of the most fucking intense scenes that I've seen in any type of media. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh shit, what the fuck is going to happen? And last week's episode was, even better. It's a great setup. One of the main characters got killed off. I'm not going to say who, but it was kind of just, disappointing from a point of, wow, I wanted to see this guy make it.
Yeah.
I wanted to see this character make it and, make it past all this crazy bullshit that's going on. Mm-hmm. Now, you know, he's gone. But next week, you know, it's going to be bloody. It is going to be bloody. That's all I know for sure, and I am looking forward to it.
Awesome. I really need to start watching it, which I will be soon, so after I get through a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, you always got a full plate on your end.
Oh yeah. All right, well, as for myself, I'll start with the TV shows and stuff first. Last week, basically, most of my time was spent watching Summer Games Done Quick.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome speedrunning marathon once again by those guys. They raised, I think it was $1.2 or $1.3 million this year.
Oh man, I just love how every year more and more people are donating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's incredible. So many good runs too this year. It was really, really great. I think 1 or 2 world records broken as well.
Nice.
And they went really old school with a speed run of the Oregon Trail. That was pretty entertaining. And it was done on an Apple computer, like
nice.
an original.
Nice.
So yeah, that was great. I've watched episodes 3, 4, and 5 of Monster Monsoon, Everyday Life with Monster Girls. Fan service.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's amusing. I haven't gotten into a Harlem anime in quite some time now, so it's been entertaining, to say the very least.
Lots of boobies.
Yeah.
I've seen screen caps. I'm still going to, at some point, watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But boobs.
I've watched an anime that we both praised to the high heavens last time we recorded. School Live episodes, it's not live, it's live, as I've come to learn. Episodes 3 and 4. Wow, like 3 and 4, they've both of them were kind of a bit of flashbacks, especially 4. 4, they really focused a lot on what happened in the past, like dealing with the girl in the first episode who opened up the classroom door and started yelling.
Yeah.
Her backstory essentially was told in episode 4, and awesome. Just, oh my god, the feels that series is giving. It's like, oh, so good. Go watch School Live, everybody. Do it.
Yeah, do it. Do it now. Well, not now. After. Watch us first, then watch them.
Exactly. I watched the first 2 episodes of Sailor Moon Crystal because I was feeling a bit nostalgic. I saw that on Crunchyroll. I was like, you know what? I'm in the mood for Sailor Moon now. So I've watched the first 2 episodes of that. Really good, really awesome. I liked it so far. I mean, I've only 2 episodes in, but I'm liking the direction this new take on the anime is, where, from what I've been told before, it focuses a lot more on the manga side of things, so they're following that basically exactly the way the manga was, so really, really enjoying that. And I've watched the first episode of Season 2 of BoJack Horseman. So good. So fucking good. I need to get back to watching the rest of those, probably binge watch them at some point.
It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
They're all on Netflix, so...
Yeah. Yeah, there's no worry of them just disappearing. They're there to stay. I also need to get back to Orange is the New Black Season 3, too. Fuck, so much to watch. And I did watch one movie. I think it was only one movie I watched. I thought I watched another one, but apparently not. I watched Ex Machina. I decided to rent it on the PlayStation Store, and wow, that was an incredible movie.
Now that's the one with the 2 guys and the robot in the woods, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I want to see that movie.
Really, really well done. I can't say it's a very simple premise, but the setting is very simple. It's just the one location, like, day after day after day, but wow. just the way they did it was so ingenious, so good. The twist that happens like near the end is really, really well done. The story just written extremely well. The actors were amazing. Oscar Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't care if he looks like fucking Ivan Ooze in X-Men Apocalypse now. I am confident that he's going to play a damn good Apocalypse. Because his character was so... just... like, you get that evil vibe from him. It's like, oh, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, highly recommend X-Men.
Definitely gotta check that out.
It's definitely going to be up there for my favorite movies of this year. Biggest surprise, really. Kind of makes me wish I had seen this in theaters.
Oh, that's the key phrase right there. Mm-hmm. But it would be so good. It's like, fuck, why didn't I see this in theaters?
Yeah.
Speaking of, there is one movie, I don't know, did I mention Book of Life?
Yeah, you did last time we were on.
Okay, never mind then. Don't see that movie. Fuck, it's good too.
So yeah, that I guess that pretty much does it for our been watching section. Probably have another movie to talk about next week that we're going to be talking in our topic of the week about. If I could decide to go and want to suffer through it. But with that being...
You're a better man than me.
But with that being said, it's time to move into the news. And James, why don't you tell us about our first little story here?
I would be more than happy to. So, this was released from Netflix last week. A new Marvel season every 6 months.
Woohoo!
Oh. While at the Television Critics Association today, the head of Netflix content, Ted Sarandos, told the audience, including I don't care, and that Marvel Jessica Jones will debut at the end of 2015, and ideally there would be a new Marvel series every 6 months. Once all 4 series have been launched, they will cross over in the Defenders. But some series will have multiple seasons before that happens, as is the case with Marvel's Daredevil. Also, there appears to be a quick glimpse of Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones in the sizzle reel. Ooh, sizzle reel. Hopefully that'll be hitting... Hopefully that'll be hitting the internet soon, because I keep hearing such good things about it. Like, all the actors are saying how much fun and what a good job they're doing. How the executive producers are watching the dailies, the mock-ups for the scenes and everything. It's like, wow, this is going to be good. I can't wait. Every 6 months, a new fucking episode, new season every 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you can go through a season in, an evening.
Yeah.
Like I did with Daredevil. I don't think I've fully recovered from that because that's like 13 hours sitting there watching it episode after episode after episode. But it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, and this is, perfect. Like, every 6 months is perfect for this, I think. Like, the same way they do the movies. We get, right now we're getting 2 every year. Most of the time they're in the summer. Next year we got 1 in May and 1 in November, so they're spread out a little bit further.
Which is good.
Yeah, and then in 2017 we're getting 3 a year. 2 in the summer, 1 in the fall. So,
Jesus.
Yeah. So the fact that they're doing a series every 6 months, that's the perfect time.
Well, there was something that was brought up recently. Like, I can't remember where I heard it from. But do you think oversaturation might become an issue?
Perhaps. I think that's the thing. Like, we're getting a lot of this right now from Marvel. DC's coming into the race now next year. They kick off their whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fox is doing 3 movies next year.
Trying to.
Yeah. Well, I think they'll be okay next year with Deadpool, Deadpool, Apocalypse, and Gambit. I think they're going to be all right. Their X-Men stuff is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And Deadpool trailer came out today as well. Go watch that, folks. It's fucking good.
And don't forget to watch the trailer for the trailer.
Yes. It was also the best part of the new Fantastic Four trailer as well. But yeah, and then we got all the offshoot stuff. I mean, Sony's partnering up with Marvel now, so they're technically just Marvel movies. Then, like, we do have some of the offshoots, like we get stuff like The Kingsman and other titles, and I think we've got other stuff coming in too from Vertigo. Their movie stuff is happening relatively soon in the future, so...
And same with Variant.
Yeah.
Because they teamed up with that Hong Kong production company.
That's the one, sorry. I said Vertigo, but that's the one that I meant.
Okay. Well, I'm sure Vertigo's trying to get some stuff out there too. I mean, they got some really good one-off stories.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a lot, and yeah, I could potentially see saturation becoming an issue, especially like starting with the TV stuff, because stay on topic here with TV, Marvel's doing it smart, where they really only have 2 shows, and that's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter, and they're doing theirs in the way where it's S.H.I.E.L.D., Carter, S.H.I.E.L.D., so that works out great. DC, on the other hand, they might be saturating the TV market a little bit, because they got Arrow, they got Flash, they're going to have Legends of Tomorrow. Granted, they're doing the whole in-between with that one, so I don't think that's going to hurt them too much. But then they got Gotham, they got Supergirl, God only knows what else they might be planning.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm surprised Gotham got picked up for a 2nd season.
Yeah, me too.
While Constantine got the crapper.
Yeah. Well, granted, Gotham's awesome. Awesome, Jesus. It was alright, but it wasn't awesome. Anything that's awesome, Fox cancels after the 1st season. That's their logic. So they had to make it bad to get a season 2.
I
just
just
wait.
bring that up because, it's like every 6 months there's a new, either a 2nd season or a new season of a different series.
Yeah. And
I know that is becoming a concern, kind of like how, with horror movies, for an example, it's always a rotation. You have vampires, werewolves, zombie movies. Like right now there's so many stupid zombie movies.
Yeah.
And zombie TV shows and...
Oh, there's the other one from DC comic book show, iZombie.
Yeah. Which technically isn't a zombie, but I'll get into that later. But, it's just something I felt like bringing up, since the whole every 6 months. Is it starting to become too much of a good thing? Are we eventually just going to get tired of superhero shows altogether?
We could. I mean, I guess it's happened before with other stuff, so yeah. Though if you're a person who just sticks to the Marvel stuff, I think you're going to be fine. And right away, I don't think we're going to see it, because I think most people are just excited that we're getting these things happening. Like Batman versus Superman next year. Like, I know we've been back and forth, we've hated on it. I think we're in the park of now we're really excited for it.
Yeah.
But that's because of, it's something we've never seen before. These are 2 iconic heroes coming to the screen for the very first time. Like, it's new, so we're excited for it. But over the course of time, yeah, probably is for the general public. I personally think we're excluded from it just because we're so goddamn nerdy in this stuff.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this like our whole lives.
Yeah. Where the fuck was this when we were children?
All I got for Marvel was, Lou Ferrigno painted green. Well, a Captain America TV show that really wasn't Captain America.
I got the animated stuff.
I didn't even get that till I was in my late teens. And even then, in my opinion, it wasn't that great, but... I was like, what? No. What the fuck is Morph? What part of the X-Men? Why is Wolverine laying in bed in full costume, staring lovingly at a shitty picture of... Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to ramble on that one. It's just felt like bringing up.
No worries. It's good. It's good. Good topic of conversation. But yeah, I think it's smart for the Netflix stuff to do it every 6 months, though. That's a good window, in my opinion. It's a good space in between, while still making people go, oh man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you're sitting there like a crack. So you get any more of that of Marvel shows? Come on, man, I need another one. I've seen the other one so many times. Come on, give me a fix, man.
All right, I guess we can move on into our next news story here. We got a whole bunch of release dates from Sony Pictures.
Oh, yeah.
So, from Scott Corolla, I'm saying butchering his name so bad, from IGN. Sony Pictures has revealed the release dates for its upcoming slate through 2017, including 2 new Bad Boy sequels. The first, The Dark Tower movie. There's another comic book movie for you. And the Jennifer Lawrence, Chris Pratt sci-fi tale Passengers. According to Variety, Bad Boys 3 will hit on February 17, 2017, while Bad Boys 4 is coming on July 3rd, 2019. No word yet on whether Will Smith or Martin Lawrence will return for these. The last one was back in 2003, 12 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah, feeling old?
Help. Meanwhile, the first chapter in the adaptation of Stephen King's The Dark Tower will hit on January 13th, 2017, with Nikolai Arcel, a royal affair, directing it. Passengers comes on December 21st, 2016, just in time for award season. Edgar Wright's Baby Driver opens on March 17th, 2017, just by the name of that alone, with Edgar Wright directing it.
Should be.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, this next one. A remake of Jumanji hits on Christmas Day of 2016.
Why?
Yeah. That also makes me feel fucking old.
The movie's not even that old. Is it?
I think it is relatively old.
It's just I've seen it referenced so many times on the internet. It's hard to tell anymore.
Especially this past year, too.
Yeah.
Continuing with that, Resident Evil 6 arrives January 27th.
Woo.
January 27th, 2017.
Woohoo.
I'll probably see it because, granted, even though I know they're quote-unquote bad, which, I probably should have referenced these on our last show when we were talking about guilty pleasure movies, because I actually kind of enjoyed the last Resident Evil movie.
Well, it's Mila Jovovich wearing tight body armor.
Yeah, and
How can you go wrong?
Yeah, and it felt like a video game. Jumanji, 1995, 20 years old.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it does fall into the remake range.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Other Sony releases include Money Monster on 4/8/16, The Shallows on June 24th, 2016, Ghostbusters, which has moved up a week to July 15th, 2016, Patient Zero, wonder if that's a zombie movie, coming out September 2nd, 2016, The Magnificent Seven, releasing on September 23rd, 2016, Underworld 5, releasing on October 21st, 2016, Barbie, releasing on June 2nd, 2017, and The Lamb, releasing on December 8th, 2017. So, and finally, the Uncharted movie, which reportedly lost its director, Seth Gordon, is also on the list with a June 30th, 2017 release. No word yet on who's actually making the movie, though. So, wow, that's a lot of release dates.
All right. Dark Tower, I'm excited about because they've been talking about making a movie of that since I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've been waiting 20 years for this shit. It's a great book. It's a great series. If you've never read it, it's a great series.
Okay.
Jumanji, why?
Yeah.
Why?
It all depends on who they get to do it. If they can get somebody good to do it, I think I'd be okay with it. Like,
Yep.
if it's kind of a spiritual successor, maybe, somebody else finds the game because, there was, at the very end of Jumanji, it was just floating down the water.
True. I mean, but they're saying it's a remake. Flat out a remake, not a sequel. Yeah.
Though we've seen remakes before, which are kind of spiritual successors, so...
True. It really depends on who's in charge of the project. Like, if it's Happy Madison... Ugh. Way to ruin the childhoods!
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, Ghostbusters, yeah. Magnificent Seven remake, good lord. That might be interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing an updated version of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the older one is rather old and kind of 1950s Old West camp.
Yeah. Was that a John Wayne movie?
I don't know. He might have been in it. I really don't remember. Let me check the IMDb real quick.
Steve McQueen. I googled it.
Yeah. Well, so did I. So let's see. Yul Brynner, Eli Walsh, Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, Robert Vaughn, Brad Dexter, James Codburn.
Okay.
So, yeah, at the time, these were like, tough guys. A lot of tough guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't gotten a good Western in a while, so...
Yeah, maybe it might be good.
Mm-hmm.
Underworld 5, really? Do we need another Underworld? Do we?
Oh, if it has what's-her-face in tight leather again, I won't complain.
Yeah, good point. Barbie.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten a Barbie movie sooner.
You're right. What? We haven't, have we?
No. Aside from, like, the animated shit that they put out.
Constantly. But the one that catches my attention the most, Baby Driver. Edgar Wright.
Yeah, and apparently it's a action crime movie.
Really? As long as they let him just do what he wants to do, and he doesn't try to get... Well, I imagine he probably had a lot to do with the script and everything, so...
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like Ant-Man all over again.
Though he did get credited for Ant-Man at the very end of the movie.
Well, that's good. That's good. But yeah, some really interesting movies coming out.
Yeah, indeed.
Some not so interesting.
Yeah. I'm still very much interested in the Ghostbusters movie. What I've been seeing that they've put out, I'm kind of on board. I'm very much interested.
I'm interested too, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, why do they got to really push the fact that, it's an all-female cast? It's like, okay,
I think
you?
we've seen less of that though recently.
True.
And more of it just being, holy shit, it's more Ghostbusters. And apparently, I never saw the movie, but apparently Spy was really, really good, so people have faith that Paul Feig is actually going to do a really good job with the movie.
Oh.
So,
yeah. We'll see.
All right, so why don't you take us away with our next story?
Yes. Rumors abound. Is Kraven the villain of Marvel's Spider-Man reboot?
Ooh.
Yeah, this actually got me a little excited. Kraven the Hunter might stalk the web slinger on the silver screen in Marvel's Spider-Man's reboot, according to a new rumor. Heroic Hollywood claims Sony Vice President of Creative Affairs Karen Moy recently purchased a copy of Kraven's Last Hunt on Amazon. Wow, really? They're stalking her Amazon account? That is whole new levels of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
The site suggests that this may signal that Sony is researching Kraven, a.k.a. Sergei Kravinoff, as a possible villain for the upcoming Spidey film, since Moy oversees the studio's story department. Previous rumors swirled that Vulture and Scorpion would serve as Spider-Man's foes in the reboot film. However, Spider-Man screenwriters John Francis Daly and Jonathan Goldstein debunked the claims by saying nothing is certain yet.
Yeah.
Regarding to the case.
Yeah, we had that original story here on the docket, and yeah, let me see if I can actually pull this up right now. The actors here were weird. Some of them were weird, but others were like, I want to see that. Yeah, the original rumored casting list here. Tom Holland as Peter Parker, which we all know. Billy Zane as Adrian Toomes, a.k.a. the Vulture.
Which I could see.
Yep. Though I still would prefer John Malkovich play that role. You know, that would be awesome. As Mac Gargan, a.k.a. the Scorpion. Jason Biggs. Like, what?
Wait, Jason Biggs.
As Aunt May, as we already know, Marisa Tomei. She's been confirmed. Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, Iron Man. Rachel G. Fox as Mary Jane Watson. Timothy Chalamet as Harry Osborn. Where's the picture of him? Yeah, I could kind of see him as Harry. Liz Allen as Sammy Gale. Jacob Lattimore as Flash Thompson, which would be interesting because he's not white. Which I could see people going roar about that, but who fucking cares?
I'm sorry, that's never been. Yeah, honestly, that's never been an issue.
No, as long as you're a damn good actor.
Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson. This I want to see. Hugh Laurie.
No, that's the guy that's been him the whole time, right?
As J. Jonah Jameson?
Yeah.
No, Hugh Laurie's, Dr. House. The guy who played him before was J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons is J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
Two initials for his first name.
I mean, if we can't get J.K. Simmons, which he's a lot older now, I mean, in Terminator Salvation, I barely recognized him.
That was all makeup.
Yeah, but still, if we can't get J.K. Simmons back, I'd be fine with Hugh Laurie.
Okay, yeah, I can see it, but J.K. Simmons always J. Jonah Jameson in my heart.
Yeah, just have Hugh Laurie play Dr. House as J. Jonah Jameson. That'd be great. Forrest Walker as Robbie Robertson, Miranda Cosgrove as Betty Brant, and Tyler Posey as Ned Leeds. So a lot of the high school characters from Spider-Man being brought in,
which is something I wish the other movies really did focus on a bit more.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy they're going with a young Spider-Man now for the whole MCU.
Yeah. Because it fits into everyone's storylines so well. I mean, hell, even the quote-unquote leaked costume design, I was looking at it, and yeah, it looks like something a high school student would put together.
Yep. Have him start off in that, and who knows, maybe Cap or Tony gets him a better outfit.
Yeah. Or hell, S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Or, well, yeah.
Or whatever S.H.I.E.L.D. is, yeah.
Yep. Well, yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
What's left of it anyway, but nobody knows Coulson's alive out of the main roster anyway, so they pretend he's still dead in the movies. But yeah, going back to the original story, Kraven the Hunter as a villain for the movie. I think this
Yeah, it's a fucking great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Because what a great villain to bring in against a very inexperienced hero.
Yep.
You know, I just hear it, you know, a hunter. The guy has hunted anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But he sees this new prey, this new quote-unquote hero.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I must hunt him. I must destroy him.
Mm-hmm.
He is my latest trophy. And he just becomes obsessed with this Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where he's like just out of his mind doing everything he can to capture him, to kill him, to, you know, this is his life goal now.
Yeah.
I mean, Kraven's always been one of my favorite villains, simply because he's nothing more but a psychotic, enhanced human.
Yep.
He's not doing this because he's evil.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing it because it's a challenge.
Yep. And that was the great thing about the whole Kraven the Hunter, or no, sorry, Kraven's Last Hunt storyline in the comics, where everybody thought he killed Spider-Man, but in reality he just tranked him to show that he could be a better Spider-Man.
Yeah, without superpowers. And it was nuts. That storyline is crazy because he's wearing the black Spider-Man costume, and and Kraven is going around pretending to be Spider-Man with no superpowers or anything, just using his own physical strength, his own natural ability, and just poning everybody.
Yeah. As we talked about before we started recording here, it would be fantastic if they bring Kraven in for the first movie. They, you know, do a damn good story with him, which they can.
They better.
Yep. Have it end off where, you know, he's not captured or anything like that or killed off, but kind of goes back or, you know, fades away into the shadows or something. We get a second movie, which they better do Mysterio. I'm just saying right now I want Fishbowl Mysterio in a movie.
Or just have him involved.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
some way, shape, or form.
Yes. Then with the third movie, do Kraven's Last Hunt.
Yeah, build up to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have that rivalry, have that, you know, I couldn't beat him. I couldn't, and just obsessing over it and just, oh.
Yep. So that would be great. So yeah, I really hope this is true because they've done a lot of good villains in the Spider-Man movies, despite how some of them may have turned out. Like, Dafoe was a good Green Goblin, though I hated the Power Ranger suit.
Yeah, the Power Ranger suit was bad.
Mm-hmm. Doc Ock was perfect.
Was great, but, you know, there's a few little things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, his arms talking to him.
Yeah, I was fine
That
with
was
that.
kind of, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, like, the choice of actor and everything, he
great.
looked like Doc Ock and whatnot. And the third one, despite how bad it is and how much I wish it could be wiped out of existence.
Sandman was good.
Yep.
It just should have been Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't need Goblin Jr. They didn't need Venom.
Nope. But yeah, I think Kraven is a great way to start the series. Maybe we get Carnage. I would like to see that. Just the fact that Marvel is helping now, I think they could really do Carnage good, and in a way that would appeal to everybody, where they don't have to go to a hard R rating.
Yeah. I mean, hell, if World War Z could get, what was it, a PG-13?
Mm-hmm.
They could easily pull a PG-13 Carnage.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And the other fucking World War Z was zombies. You know?
Yeah. Basically Carnage.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kraven's a good way to start. Like I said, I'm really hoping for Mysterio, and I hope they just go full on board Mysterio if they do him like flashy, over the top, crazy comic book Mysterio. I think it would be awesome. Who else could they really do? Maybe the Chameleon?
Chameleon would be good, but I see that along the lines of him with Kraven.
Yeah, like a side villain.
Because it actually was established in the comic books that they knew each other before.
Mm-hmm.
they grew up together in Russia.
Okay. So yeah, they could be like the two villains of the movie, Chameleon being his sidekick and whatnot, distracting Spider-Man or something.
Yeah. Or just a recurring character.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how Mystique is with the X-Men movies.
Yeah, yeah.
She's always there at some point.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we do get a better version of Venom brought back into the mix.
Yeah, I mean, even if they go with the Ultimate Universe Venom.
Yeah.
Which kind of seems like, the MCU is kind of following the Ultimate Universe storylines.
Yep.
Which is okay.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, even with Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I thought was fine. I thought it was an okay movie. I know a lot of people really hate it.
Yeah, I recently watched it, and I didn't like it, but it wasn't as bad as people were making it out to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Rhino thing, they just should have left that out.
Yeah, or added more to it.
Or actually gone with the original concept art of the Rhino that they had.
Mm-hmm, yeah, but I like the way that in that they did actually tease Venom as a science project at Osborn Corp.
Oscorp, yeah.
Yeah, so it can be done, like, really simply. Or, Jesus Christ, we got Guardians of the Galaxy coming up. Maybe we get a little tease of symbiotes in that.
Oh, that would actually be this.
Yep, you've been cut off there, James.
Better?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, that might be the way to go. Tease it in one movie and have it something like, flying away. It's like, well, never going to have to see that thing again.
Mm-hmm.
And then have it crash land on Earth. It's Venom!
Oh, man, could you imagine? Like, that's not going to happen before Infinity War, I know. But could you imagine if Guardians of the Galaxy, that happens, it goes down, second Spider-Man movie is dealing with this, and Infinity War, say if the Guardians do show up, or even Peter Quill, I mean, and Venom is there as well. He just looks at Venom and is like, huh, long time no see.
So this is where you ended up. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of awesome...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, our next story.
All right, final news story. We have known previously before that hot girl, well, she is pretty good looking good, but
Yeah.
Hawk Girl was casted in Arrow, Flash, and DC's Legends of Tomorrow. It has now, on August 3rd, he has been casted. It's Hawkman. And I love now how they have to go casted for Arrow, Flash, and DC's Legends of Tomorrow, because, yeah, you're going to cross over into everything now if you get casted for one of those shows.
Which is the smart thing to do.
Yep. German actor, oh dear God.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Falk, Falk, Henschel? The guy from Jesus Christ. Transcendence and White House Down has been cast for the role of Carter Hall, a.k.a. Hawkman, in DC's Legends of Tomorrow. He will first appear in a crossover episodes of both Arrow and Flash, and then will continue on into the crossover show, which will debut on the CW in early 2016.
Oh, man.
So, he is the latest reincarnation of the Egyptian prince who is fated to reincarnate throughout time with his soulmate, Kendra Sanders, Hawk Girl, played by Sierra Renee. Like Kendra, Carter can access the powers of the Hawk God, Hortus, transforming him into the winged warrior known as Hawkman. And if he's anything done like the way he was on Smallville, it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Though I'm sure it'll be even better here.
Yeah, he's kind of an intimidating looking guy.
Mm-hmm. And apparently he made his debut in Arrested Development. Yep.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. I mean, knowing that we were getting Hawk Girl, we were kind of wondering, like, okay, she's into it. Will they go the Smallville route where in that Hawkman was alive, but she had already passed on at that point?
Huh?
So, Yeah, in Smallville, she wasn't alive. Like,
yeah, I remember.
He was still alive, but she had passed away, and he was just waiting for his time to be up so he could die and be reincarnated. Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of falls back to our earlier conversation about oversaturation,
Mm-hmm.
but in my opinion, this is in a good way.
Yep.
I mean, it's not going to be, just one character on one show. No, they're being smart. They're letting all their properties cross, just like Marvel's going to be doing, and it still pisses me off that they're keeping Supergirl separate from them.
Mm-hmm.
Because Supergirl's connected to the movie universe,
Mm-hmm.
while this one's connected to the TV universe.
Wait, what? Supergirl is connected to the movie universe?
Yeah.
Is it really? Was that confirmed?
Well, the whole thing between they got the actor that played Jimmy Olsen in the movie to play James Olsen in the show, right?
No.
No?
I in the movie, I thought it was a girl that played Jimmy Olsen. Like, they did a spin onto it.
Quickly, to the computers!
Man of Steel. This is going to be entertaining for our viewers. I'm pretty sure it is separate because they were talking about how they might be able to do a crossover with Supergirl and Arrow. Oh, jeez, I'm looking at actor names, not character names. Where the fuck's the character at? I think it's this one, Jenny. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Jenny Olsen.
Right, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it does kind of suck that they are separate. I mean, Marvel's doing it perfectly, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
I'm looking through his credits now, and
yeah, he does a lot of TV series.
Yeah.
I mean, not just little pissant shows. I mean, we're talking like Dollhouse, which was a really innovative TV series.
Yep. Apparently, he's going to be on episode 8 of Arrow of this upcoming season.
As Jimmy?
No, as Hawkman. That's the one I'm referring to. The main guy we talked about.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked on Jimmy Olsen. Never mind. So, yeah, it's just... I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, come on, DC, get your shit together.
Mm-hmm. I still think they have the opportunity coming up this season with Flash and Arrow to make it possible to connect it with the movies because they're doing the whole multiverse thing with Flash. It's like...
That's right.
Just one little quick throwaway where it's like, oh yeah, there's all of these different worlds and maybe we get quick glimpses of fucking Metropolis being destroyed in Man of Steel in one of them. Like, that is the way DC could connect and make sense for everybody.
Yeah, but at the same time, it kind of sucks that the actor that was playing Deadshot in Arrow got fired because Will Smith was cast as Deadshot for the Suicide Squad.
I don't think that was the main reason behind it.
Well...
Because, I mean, are they going
to... Or otherwise.
I mean, are they going to kill off the Flash because they got another actor coming in for the movies?
Who knows? They might. Like, come on, DC, as hard as you're trying right now, and damn it, I appreciate how much effort you're putting into everything. A lot of times they don't make the right decisions.
Very true. That is very, very true.
You know, and I don't blame them in general. It's just I blame producers who don't know much about the source material.
Mm-hmm.
Or those directors that's like, no, don't read any of the comics. don't research the character that you're portraying for this movie. Because we've all heard that story.
Yep.
Bryan Singer, on the other hand, he's like, yeah, I encourage my cast not to read the comics. Instead, I have them watch the cartoon series.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the X-Men I'm portraying.
Yep.
That's smart.
Very much so, yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I mean, he, like I said, what's his name? Falk? Yeah, Falk. I think he can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see him in the fight because Hawkman, he's a son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially with his mace.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, honestly looking forward to this.
Nope.
This fall season is going to be good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hopefully for Arrow in general, it picks up a bit because season 3 was all right. I mean, it had its really great moments, but it kind of was lackluster near the end.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm getting tired of the flashbacks.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 3 seasons now. It's like, really? You were only gone 5 years.
Yep. Yeah, they got to fill it in somehow, I guess.
I don't know. How about more stories? Maybe some better casting?
Mm-hmm.
Like what was my biggest complaint last season? What's his name? Wildcat.
Oh, yeah.
They got some 20-something guy to play a guy who's supposed to be in his late 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And the Brick.
Yep, that was pretty
was
bad.
Beaten up so easily. A guy who survived nine shots to the chest from a 9mm gun. They call him the Brick for... I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad they got Vinnie Jones to play him.
Mm-hmm.
But, come on, people.
Yeah. All right. Well, also just a little quick note on this. Watch Raw this coming Monday night because Stephen Amell is going to be on there.
Oh, yeah. Stephen Amell. That guy is fucking awesome.
Yep.
I've been following him on Facebook, and he is so Canadian it hurts. He is so polite. He says thank you to everyone and everything. And unlike some actors, I don't think it's an act.
No, he seems like a genuinely good guy.
Yeah, he does. Who loves his fans, who loves what he's doing,
mm-hmm.
and who loves to drink tequila and cut promos.
Yeah.
Pretending he's Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Let's just hope his appearance on Monday Night Raw ends up turning into a SummerSlam match with Stardust because I think that would be awesome.
In full costume.
Yes.
Yes, that's got to happen. And Stardust has got to have the full Sinister cape thing going on.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even happen in the ring. It happens on a rooftop at night. I could dream.
Mm-hmm.
Or Stardust somehow gets on an episode of Arrow.
Yeah.
That's Stardust.
Yeah. Just be a throwaway villain off the beginning.
Or
hell, give him powers. Let him have a bit of fun.
Yeah, exactly. Damn it, people, make this happen. Everybody wins.
Yeah. Oh my.
Okay.
All right. With that, it is time to move into our topic of the week. And I was lazy when doing up these notes because our topic of the week this week is the movies of August. I honestly couldn't think of anything. Hell, on Glitched Out the other day, myself and Izzy, we were sat down for 20 minutes trying to think of a topic to talk about. So, yeah, that happens, and we never got any suggestions for Static Screen via Twitter, so, we're going to be lazy. We're going to do the movies of August. So, kicking off with August 7th, which, by the time this podcast goes up, will either be today or yesterday. We have Boruto, Naruto the movie, so another animated Naruto movie. Woo.
Yeah.
Dark Places, Never heard of it before, but I really don't like Dark Places, so I'm staying away from that one. We have Fantastic Four, which I know James is really, really, really excited about.
Eat a dick.
The Gift, Ricky and the Flash, which I'm assuming is not a DC movie, even though it sounds like it should be one.
Should be.
That or it's going to be a very, very, very interesting movie. You know, Flash.
Well, yeah, it's like what would it say? It's a comedy drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's stop and talk about these for the 7th first before we move onward. Since we're doing this as a topic of the week, we'll change it up a little bit.
Okay.
Naruto, I mean, I assume it's going to be good for the fans of the anime. I haven't watched it now in God knows how long.
Yeah, I kind of get given up on it. When you first read this off to me, I was kind of thinking that it might be the live adaptation that we've been hearing about for like a year now. Mm-hmm. But it's not. It's another animated one.
Yeah.
Which is really sad because
lost you, James.
How about?
Yep, you were back for a second there. Still nothing. Just me here talking.
Hello?
Yep, there you go.
Okay. So, yeah, you might want to Google up some images from the, I mentioned the stage play for Naruto. Mm-hmm. And how some of the actors that they picked out look like the actual characters, which is saying something. And it looked really good. You know, it's like, that's what I was hoping. It's like, did they finally get the okay to do the live action movie? But it just sounds like another animated movie, which we know how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
Some unknown force has shown up. All the ninjas are beaten up. And at the end, Naruto must overcome blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's just a fan service movie where Naruto is just trying to sneak into the hot springs.
But it's the beach episode.
Yeah.
Everybody's at the beach for no real reason.
Next up we have Dark Places, which is a mystery film directed and written by Gilles Pere-Bernard. It is based on the novel of the same name by Gillian Flynn, and it actually stars Charlize Theron, who was in Mad Max Fury Road as Furiosa this past year. Christina Hendricks, Nicholas Hoult, and Chloe Grace Moretz. Jesus, hit girl.
Chloe. And it's a drama mystery thriller. Should be interesting.
Mm-hmm. Apparently it was released back in France on April 8th, so it's been out for a while.
Wow.
In other territories.
And it's just now coming to North America.
Yep. All right, the next one. We have the horror movie for the 7th, and that's the Fantastic Four movie. Do you wish to rant?
I've been reading a lot of the reviews that were not allowed to be released until yesterday. Mm-hmm. Or, no, excuse me, released till today. Mm-hmm. It's not looking good.
Nope.
Especially when you see this picture of Dr. Doom.
Yeah. I'll definitely throw that up on screen.
Yeah.
Roth Cornett, formerly of IGN, now of HitFlix, tweeted out a perfect tweet about it. I will send it to you and I'll put it into the podcast as well.
Okay. Let me put that.
I'll throw that up on screen as well. So, not good signs from her.
No, and it's sad because one of the main complaints I keep hearing about it, that keep popping up, is it's not fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently there's a lot of science explanation.
And bad CGI.
Yeah, like in the trailer where Thing smashes a tank and it just vanishes.
Or, oh god, that was another thing. I saw the trailer where the Thing talks. Mm-hmm. They didn't change his voice.
Yeah.
They didn't change his voice at all, and the guy playing Ben Grimm is not a big, strong, tough guy either.
Mm-hmm.
He's he's shorter than Reed. That pissed me off. Because Ben Grimm was supposed to be the guy that always had Reed's back. He was always basically his bodyguard, for lack of a better term. He was that friend.
Yeah.
He was the jock. He's the cool kid, and he didn't look it. He doesn't look the part. Nothing about this movie feels right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to end up going to see it this weekend, just because I'm that fucking curious now about it. I mean, I've seen worse movies, I'm sure.
You say that now?
Yeah, I say that now, so I'll go on record. I'll probably speak about it on the next podcast that we do. So, yeah, I want to see it before I hash out any judgment, but yeah, it's not looking too good.
Sadly, no. But I'm not. I will probably eventually see it when it comes out on video.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't want to waste the $20 to go see it.
Mm-hmm. But hey, if it's totally terrible, maybe Fox will give up and the rights can go back to Marvel.
Oh. That would be, yeah, but then we'd have to sit through another origin, unless they just do it right. It's like, here's the Fantastic Four. This happened to him. Boom, go.
Mm-hmm.
Like
they're doing with Spidey.
Yeah. Here's a kid that got bitten by a radioactive spider. He's still in high school and still a bit of a dickhead.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Like I've said before, Marvel, they've done it. Like their second MCU movie release proved that they can do a quick, awesome origin story. The Incredible Hulk. It was done in the opening credits.
Yeah.
That's all they need to do.
No sitting through 45 minutes of the movie before anything happens.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I still want the Human Torch to go into the MCU just so Chris Evans can look at him and go, nice suit.
That'd be awesome, actually. I mean, hell, I've heard that the cast for Fantastic Four is actually, everyone's saying in reviews, like, you can't really blame the cast.
Mm-hmm.
They do good with what they had.
Yeah.
It's just everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Poor script, poor effects, bad direction.
Yeah.
But time will tell. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, there is there were some rumors going around, too, that Bryan Singer might be doing the second one. I think we might have covered that last
Yes, we did.
episode.
But, that's not also, it's like they're too focused on doing the sequel before the first one's even out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. True. But still, if they could get Bryan Singer to come in and do for them what he did for X-Men, maybe there's some hope.
Maybe, but time will tell.
Yep. The next movie here on the list is The Gift, which is a thriller. And we spoke about Ricky and the Flash, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so on the 13th we have Saw. S-H-A-H.
Shaw.
Which is a big oh dear fuck.
Don't look at me, man.
Biography? I'm just going to say biography. I know that's wrong. Fuck it. And sports. Words are hard.
So it's a biographical picture of an athlete.
Yeah. Let's see. The film is based on the life of boxer Hussein Shah, who won the bronze medal at 1988 Summer Olympics and became the only boxer in Pakistani history to secure an Olympic medal in that sport.
That's cool.
Okay, cool. On the 14th, we have The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which is a Guy Ritchie movie. It's an action comedy. Henry Cavill is into it. So is Armie Hammer. Hugh Grant. So pretty good cast.
Yeah. It's a movie that's been done before.
Mm-hmm.
It's TV.
All right, and Fox heard what James had said about Fantastic Four, and his internet died. So
I love Fantastic Four. It is going to be the feel-good movie of the year.
Oh, I couldn't keep a straight face at that one.
I had to try.
Mm-hmm. All right, so after the Man of Uncle, we got Straight Outta Compton, which is the another bibliography. Jesus, biopic.
Graphical.
Yeah, biographical drama about isn't it
The
like
greatest rap group ever, the NWA.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'm unfortunately I don't think I'll have the money to sit in the theaters, but I will end up watching this movie.
I might catch it on Netflix at some point. I'm not a rap fan, so like.
Well, the funny thing is, when they first hit the scene back in the 90s, neither was I. Matter of fact, I hated rap back then.
Mm-hmm.
But compared to what's out now, Lil Wayne, guys like that, it's like, oh god, these guys were rap gods. Seriously, these guys were like rap gods. I mean, Dr. Dre,
Mm-hmm.
the creator of Beats headphones, the guy who found Eminem, the guy who found 50 Cent,
Mm-hmm.
some of the top rappers of our lifetime was part of this group.
Yeah.
Including Ice Cube, who's now a family actor.
How did that one happen?
Yeah, I think he just grew up. It's like, you know what? I gotta move on.
All right.
But
well,
looks good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hopefully it does well. Nothing really else big out of the month, so it might have the potential to do really good. On the 21st, we have American Ultra, which is a action comedy movie starring Lex Luthor, aka Jesse Eisenberg, Kristen Stewart, Connie Britton, Topher Grace, oh god, John
Leguizamo.
Thank you, Bill Pullman, Walton Goggins, and Tony Hale. So there's that.
American Ultra sounds like a finishing move for Guile, the new Street Fighter game.
Yeah. We have Hitman Agent 47, the next in the line of video game movies. Could be good. By the trailers, it looks like a fun action movie at the very least.
As long as it's better than the first one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that won't be very hard to do.
Yeah.
And it will be the best video game movie this summer because, well...
The only video game movie. So, unless you get the Naruto movie.
Well, I was kind of assuming the Pixels, but...
That's not a video game. You shut your whore mouth. No, we don't acknowledge that movie.
Okay, very good. We also have Sinister 2, which is a horror movie, the next one.
Yeah, it's because people were clamoring for a sequel after the first one.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does have, the screenplay writer into that, and I think the director of the first one, Scott Derrickson, yeah, who is doing Doctor Strange next year.
True. So it might be good.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't care for the first one wasn't bad. I just didn't care for it.
Yeah. Never saw it. Never will.
Yeah. Then
Z for Zachariah.
Yeah, the drama action sci-fi.
What the fuck? I have not heard. Oh, it has Margaret Robbie into it.
Oh.
Maybe and Chris Pine.
Wait, aren't they both in Suicide Squad?
No, Chris Pine, he's signed on to be in the Wonder Woman movie. He's playing the love interest.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Instead of playing Green Lantern, who everybody else wanted him to be. But moving on to the 28th, the final three movies, we have Regression, which is a thriller with Ethan Hawke and Emma Watson into it.
Ooh, that's good cast.
Mm-hmm. We have Max Steel. And it's from Open Road Films. Very appropriate. It's an action adventure. Don't really recognize any of the names, but one of the actors into it is called Billy Slaughter. That is a name for a movie called Max Steel.
Hold on, let me do a quick search.
Okay.
Wow, that's kind of disappointing.
Oh?
Yeah, he's born in 1980 from New Orleans.
Important security.
No. No, fuck off. No. Don't do that to me. Let's see what else he's been in. I mean, he doesn't look like his name should be Slaughter. Like, seriously. What the Wow, my computer's acting really weird right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be in Magnificent Seven.
Okay.
Which is currently filming now. He just finished Geostorm. He's also filming Bayou Tales, The Big Short, Daddy's Home. I wonder if this has anything to do with that Flash animation that's very popular. Max Steel, Veronica, Laundry Day, Spring Break '83. There we go. Recent work, Zoo, the TV series, Nicholas Bradshaw. He was Kevin in Return to Sender. Manny Guerrera in Living Gardener.
Mm-hmm.
TV series Red Road. I don't recognize any of these movies. American Horror Story. Okay, he was Lavender Male.
Okay.
Really? Yeah, but yeah, Slaughter. That is a cool name.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if he's related to the surgeon.
What's up, maggots?
And the final movie we have for the month of August is War Room. It is a drama, and once again, I don't really recognize any of these actors or the director from TriStar Pictures.
It's probably going to be like a heavy military drama.
Let's see here. War Room is an upcoming American Christian drama film.
Ugh.
It's one of those. Okay, that's all the information I need to know.
We need more prayers in school.
Prize.
Yeebus.
But yeah, that pretty much does it for the movies of August. Not really a whole lot. I mean, the only standout for me there, and this is saying a lot, and that's Hitman Agent 47.
Yeah, for me, I'd have to say Straight Outta Compton.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I grew up in California, West Side.
Mm-hmm.
I have to. But yeah, it's this summer. We talked about it before we started recording. This summer has been kind of meh, movie-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's a couple good hits like Ant-Man, Avengers, Ted 2. What were some of the other ones? Jurassic World.
Yep.
But Mad Max, of course. But it's just been kind of, it's been kind of a very lackluster summer, which is sad considering how much the movie industry has been really pushing to make things better. Pushing to, it's like, hey, it's summertime, time to have fun in the theaters. But at the same time, I think it's mostly due to the audience. People are getting smarter. They don't want the quote-unquote dumb action movies, the dumb summer blockbusters. They actually want to be entertained. And I'm rambling right now because Lord X has gone to get food out of his oven. That's right, folks. It's just you and me now. You can hear him in the background. If you observe now, you can see the wild Lord X in his natural habitat, scurrying for food. Because like me, he has not eaten in 8 hours. I actually went on for a few minutes until I noticed you were there, and I saw you. For a second there, I thought the call got dropped again.
Oh, man.
But no, I just kind of brought out the point. It's like this summer's been kind of a meh summer for movies. Yeah. It's like Hollywood's starting to lean away from the big summer blockbusters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of the big stuff came out in May.
Yeah.
I mean, and next year, well, DC's breaking the mold. Batman v Superman's coming out in March.
Which is cool because my birthday is in March.
So you're either going to be very happy or very disappointed.
Or just very indecisive. Just meh.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure I'll enjoy something next year. You know, a lot of... Actually, 1 year from today of this recording, Suicide Squad will be out.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly 1 year from now. Unless you're listening to this podcast next year, why would you? But...
Yeah, what are you doing here if you're listening to this in the future? Go watch Suicide Squad.
Yes. And tell us what you think of it down below.
Oh man. But yeah, I'm quickly looking at next August for next year, Suicide Squad, a remake of Pete's Dragon.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a thing with Disney now. They're actually doing a lot of live action remakes.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I'm not surprised.
Also in August of next year, we have Sausage Party.
Who's the production company?
Columbia Pictures.
Okay. I was gonna say, is it Happy Madison?
Yeah, it's a Seth Rogen movie.
Might be good.
The cast list: Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, James Franco, of course, and Kristen Wiig.
So it's like their end of days movie.
I guess so, yeah, pretty much. Or any other movie that they do.
That they've done together in the past few years. Oh, man.
But yeah, that sums it up for our topic of the week this week, folks. Thank you so very much for listening to us ramble about that, and I do apologize again for us not having a topic we could really ramble on about, but hell, we ramble on quite a bit as it is anyway.
As is, yeah. My fault, as always.
But that's going to pretty much do it. I don't see any questions and comments for us, so James, why don't you take us away?
All right. Once again, Can I go to?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
sure?
alive.
You're not going to die on me in this? All right, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in this week for this episode of The Static Screen. Until next time, I'm ECW James.
It's Spartacus.
Spartacus, really? Really? Spartacus? At least you could at least try to sound like the guy.
Well, I was kind of go with, from
Kirk
Whose
Douglas?
Line Is... No, Whose Line Is It Anyway? What's his name? Fuck! Not Colin, the other one. Ryan Stiles. His...
The most famous Canadian ever. No, wait, that's Colin Mockery.
Yeah. Yeah,
his,
his I'm Spartacus with, oh, fuck, I can't remember the actress's name now. Never mind, continue.
So until next time, folks, thank you for tuning in. Peace out.
Bye.
Jesus Christ.